If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, it's the Red Carpet Ring featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King himself. We are here talking about the most recent NXT Great American Bash Week 2, and we're going to talk about every match on the show. You guys get the likes of while we come into the ring. Also, we are here not just live from YouTube, but Facebook and X, and of course, we got ourselves a bonus round today. Today's bonus round will be about Joe Hendry. Do you believe it? Joe Hendry, will he come to WWE? You know, it's gonna be now this was on, of course, Sci-Fi, but now this will be the last week of WWE having NXT on the Sci-Fi network. Next week it will return to the USA network, similar to Monday Night Raw. Well, in that though, guys, let's see who came into the ring before we begin. CeeLo, salute to you. Thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate it, man. We're gonna definitely talk about the matches. We're gonna talk about all that stuff, and then I'll give my final rating and also what went wrong. What went wrong with Great American Bash? Let's see what else came in. We got Figure 4 TV. What's up? What's going on with you, man? Appreciate your support on the channel. Appreciate that. But yeah, we gonna talk about it. Let's get into that though. Before we begin, and we'll of course go over the match card as well. So before we do that, let's go over the match card, shall we? Let's go over the week 2 card. And let's see the matches that were advertised. Let's look over that for a few moments, and we'll get into it. All right, as you guys can see, we got Trick Williams versus Pete Dunne. Main event, we got Wesley MSK with Zachary Wentz against Nathan Frazier Axiom. NXT Women's North American Championship match, Kalani Fingers Tatum. Ren Sinclair versus Kendall Gray. Then Ethan Pace defending NXT title against Ora Mensa. Then we have Joe Hendry versus Joe Coffey. So let's go over each one. Let's see what's going on next. Let's see who else came in. All right, that's right. Let's get into it, guys. So the first match on the card today was, let's talk about Pete Dunne versus Trick Williams. This was the first match on the card to open Great American Bash Week 2. Very good, intense match. I'm actually not bad at all. I like how Trick Williams they get some good offense, and he seemed to get a little bit better in this match. I'll admit that, a little bit better. That's the key word. But Pete Dunne does what Pete Dunne does most, always puts on great performance. There was even some near falls. We thought Trick Williams was going to win the match, but he didn't. But other than that, I like this match. Great way to kick off the opener show. Now, in the match, it ended up being Pete Dunne got a win over Trick Williams. I thought it may have was going to be Trick Williams. I had predicted to win. but he did not win. He did not win. Pete Dunne got the win. So yes, he got the dub over Trick Williams. Crazy, right? He won. He got the win over Trick Williams. He got with a pinfall. But it was wild though. I see this feud going somewhere. Now I know I was pretty harsh on Pete Dunne for several past weeks, and I have. I say, what are they gonna do with Pete Dunne? Because one moment we saw him on Monday Night Raw, feuding with Sheamus, attacking him, and next thing you know, we saw him on NXT the following night. So I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that at all for the life of me, but now I'm starting to get it. And I explained this on my Raw review yesterday. Well, Monday night I did. Um, but that's the whole case with that. But I will say that Trick versus P Dunne is good on paper. It's good. Very good. And I'm glad P Dunne was able to get a win because we know he been taking L's. As he said in his promo, he lost Tyler Bate to an injury. That's not his tag team partner. Then, of course, Sheamus, the whole abandoning him with Brawling Brutes, and Rich Holland leaving him high and dry. So I guess he needed one win, but we'll see. It's supposed to be a series of these guys fighting. It's supposed to be, I guess they're going to have a series of Trick Williams versus Pete Dunne. Um, this is not over, and I will get into that later. This feud is far from over. It's just beginning. So, if like I said, it seemed like they're moving in the right direction with this feud. They're starting to move in the right direction. So I will give it that. They are definitely trying to do that here. But other than that, this is a great way to kick off the show. Great way to kick off the show. Trick Williams loses to Pete Dunne in the opener. So that is the whole scenario there. Now let's move on to another match. Kalani Jordan versus Tatum Paxley for the NXT North American Women's Championship. This was another solid match. I like this match a lot. Every week I see Kalani Jordan getting better. Every week I see her improving. Every week I see her putting in the work. Week in, week out, PLA here, PLE there. She's getting better. So I'll give that to her. She's doing a solid work, and she's being a great inaugural in women's NXT champion. So I do like that part. I'll give it that. But and Tatum Paxley, she was doing her thing a little bit. I could tell Kalani carried her a little bit in the match, but she still looked good with Kalani. Tatum Paxley, I'm not all the way there with her yet, but like I said, I could tell that she was carried by Roxanne. But other than that, though, these women had great near fall in the match. I know there was good parts where we saw Wendy Chu interfere. She just kept staring down with the dark look. She seemed like she's going to be Kalani Jordan's next opponent. I know Tam Paxley tried to get Kalani Jordan at the beginning of the match. She put that doll under the ring, and then Kalani was looking under the ring, and then Tam Paxley was on the other side. A lot of mind games, a lot of mind control, but Kalani overcame all of that, and she got the win over Tatum Paxley and winner and still women's NXT North American champion. We got Kalani Jordan. She's still champion. So she is really coming to her own, and she's only going to get better as she's been getting better. So I like this match a lot. I got to give this match one of my famous one word to describe this match.
Yeet.
That's right, yeet. She got that in there. But other than that, though, guys, this is a good way to build her as champion. I like how she's being built as champion. I don't know. I'm thinking Well, I don't think I know. More likely, Wendy Chu will be her next challenger. That's the way they're going with that. That will be the next challenger in the match. Now, whatever happens between them, however that feud's going to go. But Wendy Chu, she did attack Tatum Paxley as she gave her dog back. And then she just stared at Kalani. And Kalani had a weird look on her face because Kalani, even though she's a baby face, she has to still realize when you're a champion, no matter what champion you are, you will always have a target on your back. They will always try to come after you. You are the hunted. Cody Rhodes has said this on many times on SmackDown. So we got to keep that in mind. That applies to every champion on every show. Not just a world champion, even a secondary championship. So we got to keep that in mind. But I like Kalani. I could definitely see her as a future women's NXT champion. I definitely see that happening. I see that being the case. Do not sleep on her. Now, I said that Tiffany Stratton was going to be amazing. Look at her now. I said Roxanne Perez would be amazing. Look at her now. Kalani Jordan would be in line. She's going to be amazing too. Do not sleep on her at all. She's going to do her thing too. I like the work she's putting in. She's been putting in great work as a champion. So, well deserved. I will say that. Well deserved. So we'll see what the next move going to be for Kalani Jordan as NXT Women's Champion. But other than that, though, she's watch out for her. She's solid, and she looks good, by the way, too. Let's give another yeet for that.
Yeet.
But yeah, Kalani Jordan retains her Women's NXT Championship against Tatum Paxley in a one-on-one match, and a potential brand new feud will begin with Wendy Chu, the character that don't say anything. I guess action speaks louder than words. But definitely a solid match. I give this match a good 5 out of 5 on this match. I would say that would be the case here. Now, she's the only champion I know that defends her belt on NXT regularly. I don't see Obafemi do it. I don't see Ethan Page do it, and I definitely don't see Roxanne doing it. They save for the PLEs. But other than that, she is a very good defending champion. And you guys better watch out for this girl, because she's gonna come out. She's gonna do her thing regardless of that. But other than that, let's move on to the next part of the show. Let's see what the next match was on the card. Let's see what the next match was on the card. Oh, that's right. We had Ego Man. You know who Ego Man is. Who's the Ego guy? That's right. We had a match of Ethan Page versus Ora Mensa. It was for the NXT Championship. Now, this has been going on for quite some time, for weeks, and weeks, and I mean weeks, that Ora Mensa, that he was first attacked by Ethan Page, as Ethan Page also attacked his fellow Metaphor member, Noam Dar. And now we know, too, that he's been getting a dose of his own medicine as of late. Or Mensa been attacking Ethan Page in his matches. He's been getting pinfalls on him. Not a real match. Just saying that he could pin him. He can get him 1, 2, 3. That's been going on. But other than that, they had a match here. Ethan Page is a great character. Ora Mensa can wrestle. He's solid. And actually, Ora Mensa, he was a challenger. He carried Ethan Page in this match because Ethan Page, his character is somewhat okay. He's not the best in-ring worker now. Watching him since he's been on NXT. I watched him at AEW a little bit. He was okay then. Now you with top talent with WWE NXT. He's not all that. I'm sorry. He don't seem like he's all that to me. but he's entertaining somewhat. So I like the part where Ethan Page did do the Ethan's, what's it called? The Razor's Edge. I think he called it the Ego Edge. He did it outside at the table of the outside the ring. So I like that part. And I like how Ormessa was reversing his moves. I like how Ormessa was going back and forth. He got some near falls, and he had a lot of momentum. Mensah had a lot of momentum. He really impressed me in this match. Mensah really impressed me. He had to spin a heel kick. He had speed. He was giving to Ethan Page at one point. He was giving to Ethan Page. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He was. But Ethan Page hit another Ego's Edge in the middle, inside of the ring when they got back in. And he got the pinfall 1, 2, 3. Winner and still NXT champion, Ethan Page. Still champion. Still. Like I said, Ethan Page, not my best cup of tea. I thought he was, I was expecting more out of him. I thought he was going to do something from the little time I watched him in AEW. But he's just, he's all right. He's all right. I ain't saying he's the worst, but he's not the best. You know, he just kind of bland sometimes. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'm tired of being nice. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
So Ethan Page still champion. I don't know who his next challenger is going to be. Honestly, I have no idea who will challenge him next. Only time would tell. Honestly, I think it should be an Obafemi when his NXT North American Championship run is over, or Trick Williams gets his title back. I don't know what the case is going to be. I really don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what's going to happen next with these guys. I have no idea what the clue's going to be. But I do know that I just don't see a long title run out of this guy. I really don't see it in him. I don't see it. Maybe you guys do. I don't. I don't see it in him. I don't see what makes sense of that. I don't see where we'll go next. But you guys tell me otherwise. See what else came. Let's see what you guys think so far. Gerard, salute to you, my man. You said I'm not happy about Joe Hendry. He's under contract with TNA, and he's working out in the Performance Center. Yeah, he is. You're right. Israel Ramirez, salute to you. Said just believe in him, blood. Just believe. Oh, saying believe in Joe Hendry. Gerard said, I disagree with you. Either pay he's fighting his foot in WWE. Must grass he's adjusting. Yeah, and I said it too. He's not the best, but he's not the worst either. He just right now, he maybe is starting to get into his own. That's true. What you say, I'm not disagreeing with that part. I'm saying I'm not feeling him right now. He's getting kind of bland as that character. That's the way I see it now. But I know he's not holding an NXT title for long. He held that belt for a specific reason. That's what I believe is going on with Ethan Page. He's wrestling Mensah for the first time, so he's getting used. Yeah, Mensah had a great performance. But I'm not big on him. Steve Figure 4 said he's okay. He's okay. And not just now, even in AEW, he was just okay. He wasn't no top superstar or the best guy on the roster or one of the best guys on the roster in the AEW. He never was. He's all right. I just got to see more out of him. Maybe he is good, like you said, Gerard. Maybe he can find his, find his steam. Maybe he can do that. He's a bootleg, Johnny Go. Joe Hendry NXT is not benefiting TNA. TNA are having prime time start with WWE and TNA. TNA need the best from NXT if they got. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the whole Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Got that, man. Kids love that song. But anyway, Ethan Page is still champion. We're gonna see more out of him. I'm not, you know. We'll see how his NXT title run. Like I said, either I don't know who's next challenge is gonna be. It sound like he needs a new challenge because we know it ain't Trick. Trick has still got the program with P Dunn or by family unless he relinquished the NXT North American Championship, take a shade from Keith Lee and say I'm gonna go for the NXT title. Unless he do that, I don't see what's going on right now with that. I don't see what the next move will be regarding that. So we will have to wait and see what's next for that. Because I don't see that happening right now. At least I don't. But we're gonna see what's going on next with Ethan Page. All ego. We'll see. All ego. Let's get on to the next match on the card. Speaking of which, speaking of the devil, we just talked about this man, didn't we? We just talked about this guy. Oh, yeah, that's right. I believe in Joe Hendry. Yes, Joe Hendry. So he just had a match. We're going to get to that in a second. We'll get to I believe in Joe Hendry, whether you do or don't. Somebody believe in him. But let's get to Joe Hendry, guys. Let's get into him right now. Now we know he had a match. He had a matchup against Joe Coffey. So he had a match against Joe Coffey. We know. Let's get to that now. Let's see. So Joe Coffey and Joe Hendry had a match. Now this match was actually an interesting match. Gallows was going. Joe Hendry's funny though. That dude's funny. I knew there was some points in the match they was going to try and have Gallus interfere on his behalf, but it did not work. It didn't work at all. And Joe Hendry was even fighting these guys off. If you guys think about it, he was fighting these guys off in the match. So I gotta give it to him. He put up a fight against these guys. So Joe Hendry definitely did his thing. Joe Coffey did everything he could to take him down to no avail. I like how in one part in the match, Joe Hendry, he knew he couldn't fight Gallus off. He knew he couldn't do that. So what he did was he made sure to the best of his ability that he could get them out of the ring. He could make sure to get them banned from ringside, which he did do. And it was a smart move, very smart move. And what he did was he did the old Eddie Guerrero trick. He threw the chair, lay down in the on announce table and got him kicked out. That was so funny though. But the crowd they love him every time he comes in. Every time he comes in, they love this dude. They love Joe Hendry. They just love this dude. I'm serious. They love this guy, man. This dude is nothing but love every time he come into the ring. Every time he come to the ring, it's nothing but love. So it's wild though, but I can't really hold anything against him. He's over. He's over. He really is over, and that's the wild part about it. Now, during that match, it was some good spots. Like I said, they were singing. I like how Joe Hendry was diving. He was very energetic. But Joe Hendry, at the end of the day, got the pinfall. He got the win over Joe Coffey, as I predicted, and he won the match. I know he cut a promo stating that he will still be around, and we will refer to that when it comes to the bonus round. So you don't want to miss that. But he did talk about it. He did talk about the whole thing. But it was wild, though. Definitely wild. Joe Hendry, I believe in Joe Hendry all over the place. Crowd singing. I think what it is, he just got a good fan base in NXT now. He just do. I don't know what else You know how more he can get over. I don't know how more he can get over with that, but he's doing well with the popularity. See, you guys got to say about that. Maybe Moose. Oh, definitely, absolutely. Salute to you, Bo Musa. Thanks for coming out. Joe Coffey's from Gallus. Are Gallus supposed to get a push? Why Joe Hendry being Joe Coffey? Well, that's true, Gerard, but since Joe Hendry is so popular with the fans, they love this man. As we clearly can see, they're not going to put that over Joe Hendry, especially for the whole, the partnership with TNA and WWE, NXT and TNA. They're not going to put that over that. So we have to keep that in mind as well. And another thing as well, let's also realize, you know, this was Joe Coffey. I'm sorry, this was Joe Hendry. He did the concert last week, and now he's in a match. So he had a lot of involvement at NXT Great American Bash, both week 1 and week 2. Now he didn't have a match last week, but he got beat up, and he was in the angle, and he had a concert, a very highly anticipated concert that they were talking about. So we got to put some respect on that. Definitely put some respect on that of what Joe Hendry's done. He's been involved 2 weeks in a row. I don't know many stars that they let do that. Because Oba Femi, other people we didn't even see at Great American Bash, but we saw Joe Hendry twice, 2 weeks in a row. No matter how you guys spin it, he was there. Once again, they're lumping all the British wrestlers together. Yeah, well, in the world we in today, Gerard, and not just wrestling, all sports. We watch it in NBA, especially. We watch it now in wrestling. It's just international athletes are the thing now. It's not just Joe Hendry. I mean, in the whole, is Joe Hendry an international guy? I don't think so. But anyway, besides Gallus, we got an NXT North American champion that's a Nigerian. Our world heavyweight champion is from Australia in Gunther. I mean, it's a thing. Foreign athletes are talented. Foreign athletes are world champions. Foreign athletes are in all sports, not just wrestling, not just WWE or TNA or AEW, in the NBA. I could go there if I want to. I mean, we could talk about the whole Dirk Nowitzki's. We can talk about the Tony Parkers. We can talk about, Peja Stojakovic. If you guys remember those basketball players, international athlete is not so much a new thing. It is the thing. So in America, they're gonna do their best to push them over, no matter what sport it is. They're gonna always do that, you know. As LA Knights say, and that is a fact of life. May have that as a soundbite now. I think of it. But yeah, they do love doing that. They do love doing that. That's true. They do love doing that. They do put the foreigners together, but like I said, it don't. That's just how things are in today's society. You know, let's all be. We here in the ring. Let's all be one unit. Let's all be in peace and speak to one another. Let's all, be in unity. We are in the ring. I know the ring is no pun intended, but don't want us to fight in the ring. Let's all have some type of unity. Let's all, you know, be respectful towards one another. Everybody speaks when someone speaks to each other. Let's speak back at least. I want everybody to feel welcome here at the ring. I want everybody to have the unity here. Everybody, new people at the ring, veterans here at the ring. Let's all just be one. But anyway, let's continue on. But Figure Four TV, yeah, exactly. He's British. That's what I figured. That's what I figured. I didn't want to say that he don't have. He's not a foreigner. but he is. So I guess I was right. But it's just a thing. But other than that, Joe Hendry's the winner. Emma is not being pushed. Emma does she wrestle anymore? Since she got released? Is she wrestling, Gerard? Good, man. I'm glad. All unity here. We see enough battling out at the PLEs. We see enough at SummerSlam. We see enough of the bloodline tearing everybody apart and Judgment Day imploding. We don't need that here. We don't. We don't. But it's all good, though. It's all good. But let's continue on with the next match on the card. Next match on the card. I gotta hold my breath for a second. Give me 1 second, guys. This is one of the matches I didn't care for. I really did not care for this match. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really didn't care for this match. I get why they had this match. Story, I thought it was really, really silly. We'll talk about it anyway, very briefly. This is the next match. It was Ren Sinclair versus Kendall Gray. And this is just a match so bring you guys up to speed. Ren Sinclair, if she won this match, she would be a part of the No Catch Quarter crew with Charlie Dempsey and the other guys. And also Charlie Dempsey would get a future opportunity at the NXT Heritage Cup that Tony D'Angelo still holds. Ren Sinclair won the match. She's in the stable or group. And Charlie Dempsey gets a future shot at the Heritage Cup again. Again, not my cup of tea. But if you guys like to see women brawl out, just want to look at them for their looks, maybe you like the way they look, more power to you. But I'm done with this match as far as I'm concerned. And yes, this is the one match I got to put on the list, unfortunately. I got to put it there, guys. I got to.
What's going to happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
All right, let's moving along in the card here. Then we have one more match left, guys. One more match left. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, one more match. We had these guys here. We had the main event of the NXT Tag Team Championships being defended by Axiom Nathan Frazier against the team of MSK, the Rascals, whatever you want to call them. Another amazing match by these guys again. Very good match. I think the last from last week was better, but this was good. This was such a close match. Again, we had the whole Nathan and Axiom Frazier having chemistry issues. One, it's not at first Nathan Frazier seemed like he was out of sync. Now it seemed like Axiom's out of sync. But good storytelling by these gentlemen here. But we thought that Wesley was going to get the pinfall. He got some near falls. He got close. Oh, he got close. But he didn't get it. But I like how Axiom hit Zachary Wentz with Spanish Fly, and then Nathan Frazier did the Phoenix Splash. I thought that match was over at that point, but it wasn't. That was good. These guys put on a great show. Great show by these guys. Great show. Great way to close out the event. But these guys, they had a good match. But I know this was to put over Nathan Axiom Frazier. And they are your winners of the match and still NXT Tag Team Champions, by the way. And yes, we thought Rascal and MSK was going to win, but they didn't. These guys retained. Hold the phone. We got a super chat. Super chats by Figure 4 TV for $4.99. He said this is for Bold Musa and open mic. Okay, I'm gonna get you a wrench, Bo Musa. Get you a wrench, my man. Because Bo Musa, I don't get you a wrench anyway. You've been on both my channels. You've been here. You've been at the locker room, and then you come all the way over to the ring. Salute to you, and salute to Figure 4 TV. He won't open mic night. I got you. Let's go there.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night,
Yeah, salute to you guys. Thanks for the support there. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Bo Musa, I agree. For supporting the channel, and I thank you, Figure Four TV. Thank you as well on that, guys. It's good. But yeah, we good match, very good match. Like I said before, I like the whole situation with that. I like where it's going, but we knew they was gonna win because they had to send MSK the Rascals back to TNA. So I figured that they was not gonna push them like that. Have win a belt. It was a possibility we may have seen them on TNA television with the NXT Tag Team belts had they had won, but they didn't. But yeah, Andrade's trying to break out of that. I respect Andre for trying to break the mold. Britt Baker causing problems. Oh yeah, she's a prima donna. Gerard, you said have Mercedes. You've been going in on her. Look at Britt. Have you? I've had been going in on Britt. You been at the locker room, Gerard. You got to check out the live I did on her, Adam Cole. Oh, I went in on her. No, she can't do that. No. You said the Rascals are useless. Get them off TV. Why don't you like the Rascals? What's your beef with the Rascals? I thought you don't like Rascals as a tag team, or you don't like them on NXT. You not a fan of them at all, or just you want them to remain in TNA and don't come back. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you like them, you just don't like them on certain programs. But we'll see. But other than that, I don't see. We ain't gonna see them no more. And also too, Yellow Balloon. I'm sorry, Yellow Balloon acknowledged the OTC. Well, I don't. We'll get to the OTC. He returns on SmackDown. We'll talk about him. I don't know what OTC means. It's the only tribal chief, original tribal chief, one tribal chief. There's so many names for that. But other than that, guys, you said I don't like Rascals. Period. Why don't you like Rascals, man? They're good. They're a solid tag team. I like them. Figure Four TV. I'm tired of what you bashing Britt and Alexa this week. Oh, you don't like that, huh? Who told you it was open mic night? And you trying to be a politician, Figure Four. I see what you're doing, man.
Spoken and spun like a true politician. I mean,
I see what you're doing, Figure Four TV. And yes, I did get on Alexa Bliss. I will put that content out on Consecrating Scandal. I got on her and I'll get on her again. But other than that, though, Nathan and Axiom's the tag team champs still. These guys are doing their thing. They're still champs. They've got a new name called Fraxium. It's fine. Fraxium. That's what they call themselves. Fraxium. Whatever floats their boat, I guess. Whatever floats their boat. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah, that's the way I see it. But let's get to the rating of NXT Great American Bash Week 2. Let's get to that. Let's get to that in a second. Now let's go over let's go over the ratings here. Now this is over Great American Bash. We went over all the matches. We went over all of that. Out the review, I give it a good 4 out of 5. Very good event. It was on Sci-Fi. Now, of course, tomorrow I do cover the ratings of NXT versus AEW. So since AEW's tonight, Wednesday night on TBS, I will go over the results of both shows Thursday, probably Thursday evening. Or if they come in sooner, the results, the demographics, the guys I do that every week. Check that out too. I always compare the ratings of NXT versus AEW Dynamite. But this was a good, very good show. I'm impressed. I like the matches. I like the cards. I like the setup. I think the next one they have is NXT No Mercy in October. And that's the same month, or is it NXT? Yeah, I think it's October. Also NXT is also moving to CW. I don't know if you heard the news. It's coming to Chicago October 1st out here. I may try to go to that show. And then the following week, October 8th, St. Louis and Randy Orton's hometown. He will be at the October 8th episode. October 1st will be CM Punk at NXT, helping to celebrate the new partnership NXT moving to CW. That's going to be amazing. Can't wait to see that. But yeah. Let's see. He said, get on Alexa. That's a female. You guys ain't right. You said, oh, Gerard don't like Alexa either. Oh, man. DP. Oh, you talking about that Perazzo chick? You know how I feel about her. I ain't big on her either. She can't wrestle. For one, she's overrated. But that's another story. I'm glad I missed NXT. Those matches are all boring. That's not true, Gerard. Matches were good. Are you mad because Jada Parker didn't have a match this week? I bet you Jada Parker had a match this week. You wouldn't say it was all boring. You know that I know it. Yep. Miss Parker. Only Ethan Page, all egos the man. Nikita, yep, look, Nikita Lyon birthday was yesterday. Yep, you guys are crazy. You guys are silly. But let's go over what went wrong with Great American Bash. Great show, but let's go over what went wrong with the show. What the things that I didn't like, which I always cover in my segment, what went wrong with Great American Bash Week 2. Let's talk about that. Then we'll go to the bonus round. You guys know I always do a bonus round here. So let's talk about it. What's the first thing I noticed here on this event? Let's see. What's one thing I did not like? I'm trying to think. What's one thing that really kind of irked me in some way that I wish didn't irk me? It irked me, but it shouldn't have. And I kind of know why. I'm kind of conflicted, but I still got to state it anyway, if that makes any sense. And what I mean about the first thing I saw wrong with this episode, no match for Obafemi either weeks. Who is it? He's so dominant. He didn't get a match. We could have got one match out of him, man. This is you got to defend that belt, man. Come on, Obafemi. They and then when he was in the segment, he was cut off by Tony D'Angelo the second segment, and he just kept walking around. I didn't like that, and since I didn't like that, it goes on the only list. Yes, it goes on the list. Yes, it has to, and it's going to go right now.
What's going to happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So I didn't like that part of Obafemi not defending his championship, neither week 1 or neither week 2. I wasn't feeling that at all, not one bit. Let's go over another part of the show that I did not like, that I had an issue with. Well, it's a concern, but it's a concern, but if they don't do nothing with this, it will be worse. Let's put it like that. I still somewhat don't like it, but it's a very major concern. It's kind of another confliction type of thing, but we're going to talk about that right now. Now, second thing I saw is this whole Pete Dunne and Trick Williams. It's a great idea, but it has to build Trick Williams, and it has to put him back into the NXT Championship picture. If they do not do this with this feud, because they attacked each other backstage, Pete Dunne thought he was done with Trick. Trick came out, attacked him, and they're going to have more likely a second match. If Trick don't win a second match, and he don't really push him and build him to either going to compete for the NXT Championship and become NXT Champion again, it's kind of a waste of a feud, honestly. And Pete Dunne's is there for nothing. So I don't like where it can go somewhere. It's kind of a 50-50 thing. It can lead to somewhere, but it cannot. And I kind of got to put down the list still. It still got to go.
What's going to happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So if this don't do anything for Trick Williams' character, if it don't really build him up, make him like a serious contender for the NXT Championship, it really don't make any sense whatsoever. I really don't see what's the whole use of that. I don't. I don't see how this could benefit anybody for that matter. But we'll see what happens next with Trick Williams and his whole Pete Dunne situation. And another thing I didn't like either, I said this earlier, this match was trash. Now we talk about match was boring. I didn't like this match. This match was straight garbage. Kendall Gray can't do nothing. Ren Sinclair can't do nothing. They really tried, but failed. And they don't really do nothing for either one of them. Just a boring match. Really bad one. And since it was bad, I gotta put this on the list as well.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So I didn't like this match at all. Not a fan of it. See what you guys got to say. Final Testament are low-key buried. Oh, you already talked about them on my Raw review. The Key Alliance of Modern Thirst Trap 304. I got one word to describe that, Gerard. It's only one word to describe it.
Yeet.
Yep. Carmen Petrovic was on last week, Great American Bash, not this week. But with that being said, we're gonna move on to Mr. I believe in Joe Hendry. Let's get to the bonus round. We're gonna get to that in a second. And we're gonna close it here on X. We'll close here. May keep on Facebook a little bit longer. Before we get to that, did you guys like the heel turn of Wesley? This was so lit. Him being a heel was lit. This was the biggest part of that matchup. Biggest part of the matchup. And it really, I want to see what they're going to do with Wesley next.
What are you doing?
I know Gerard like to see that because we more likely not going to see the wrestlers like that anymore. They're going to be out of there. They're going to be gone. But other than that, though, we're going to get to the bonus round. I forgot to mention the whole Wesley heel turn. Great part. And that's one of the reasons why the main event was good and why the PLE did what the event did well. Let's talk about Mr. Joe Hendry. Let's talk about this man. Talk about what he's done. So give me a couple minutes. We're going to get it started. All right, we are here at the bonus round. We're going to talk about, do you see Joe Hendry being in WWE? Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Because I know the WWE Universe does. Now, let's look at it. Joe Hendry has been in multiple appearances in NXT, despite being a TNA superstar. He's very, very popular with the fans. I stated before. They always sing it to a song. they always graciously love, saying we believe in Joe Hendry, no matter what the case may be. He's been in multiple matches, and he stated in a promo that he does not plan on leaving the WWE the NXT and the WWE universe. He plans on continuing being around more and more and more. Now, I don't know what this could lead to. I don't know if his contract is up with TNA. I don't know if that's going to be out. I'm not sure, but I do know he's been, out of all people that's been TNA, he has been making the most appearances. I think he made more than even Jordan Grace. Go figure. Who is the currently still the TNA Knockouts champion? So we can see more Joe Hendry. Could he be in WWE in the near future? It's a possibility. It's a possibility we can see him in the WWE ring, maybe maybe in the future as a WWE superstar, maybe. But since he has made multiple appearances in NXT, since he done that, let's be honest, he looks great in his matches. He looked great in his matches now. He's been doing great. He's been all over the place. He's shut it down. He won his match at NXT Great American Bash. He had a tag match with Trick Williams. He's been doing his thing now. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. He's been doing very good. Hasn't been botched, has been done nothing weird. He's been doing good in the match. Getting over all of that. And WWE is watching that. And that's gonna make them maybe want to come, maybe come for that. That may be the whole situation here. But other than that, I think he could be eventually be with WWE. I mean, I think he was the digital champion in TNA. He was there for a little bit, but they believe in Joe Hendry. And he's someone that they've believed for quite some time. What's crazy is I know this was character, but it was a little buzz going around with Joe Hendry. I think Liv Morgan, they asked her who is Joe Hendry and all that, because she said she didn't know who he was. If you guys remember, this was on X, this was a X message or tweet, whatever you want to call it, sent out. She said this right here. She said Liv Morgan asked if she knew what Joe Hendry was. She said, I believe in You Only Live Once. She said she only believe in Dominic Mysterio. So they said Joe Hendry was kind of mad about that. Like she don't, like Ellie, who she is. That was a funny thing about that. But I heard he didn't like the fact that she said that. That was funny. But I think Liv Morgan was just in character. Now I think that was just character. She said I don't believe it Liv once. But this was on X. I thought this was interesting for her to say that. Let's see what you guys got to say. Y'all, you love you talking about Wesley's heel turn. Yeah, the heel turn was great. That was one of the best parts of that. What made Great American Bash so good. Thank you for the mom, much appreciated. Yeah, Bo Musa, I was gonna get you one. Eventually, I was gonna get you one anyway. Like since I've been seeing you support lately. You said I heard he's gonna. I'm glad you enjoyed the wrench though. The wrench is a privilege, guys. Not people think we're entitled to. It's a privilege. Use it wisely. People get wrenches easy and they also lose them. But as long as you guys know that, we all good. You said I heard he's gonna make the jump to WWE after his contract expires. TK was interested in him. Bo Musa, do you know when Joe Hendry contract is going to expire? Because I know they want Joe Hendry. They believe in him, and they really believe in him to come to WWE. I don't know if you guys know his contract gonna be, if anybody knows that. Gerard said, I don't want to see the Rascals no more. I hope that's the end of them. That might be. And I think that's why they was wrote off like that. because we know that they are, TNA wrestlers. They're not on the roster of WWE. It's Wesley that's on NXT, not the Rascals. But I believe that's the case. That may be the case that maybe the Rascals gone. They may have one match against Wesley and Wesley gonna beat him or cheat, whatever he do. But yeah. More Liv Morgan heel work. Yeah. Yeah. She's doing great in her heel run. You said Joe Hendry's had the most appearances. I don't want to see Jordan Grace lose. Jordan Grace is another name. I'm glad you brought that up. She may come to WWE as well because her contract is up next year, 2025. I don't know when Joe Hendry's up, but I do know when Jordan Grace's contract's up. She's up early next year, so expect her to make the jump to WWE. But Rascals, no more. They had their time. They, like I said, they're still contracted to TNA. But Joe Hendry, very popular man in the whole NXT, and he seemed like he is a NXT superstar. Let's be honest here. It seems like that's where they're going with this guy. He's in the NXT bracket. That's what it seemed like. At least that's how it seems to be. But it could be. The less Jordan Grace NXT, the less she loses. No, she was never AEW. Jordan Grace was on Independence and TNA. I mean, seriously, who really wants to go to AEW? Unless you just want a bag. I mean, other than that, teach his own. I don't think nobody wants to do that. That wouldn't be wise to go over there. Wouldn't be wise at all. When is Ricky Starks making his WWE appearance on Royal Rumble 2025 with Last Legend? I heard he was training in the PC with Jay Cargill. He's coming. He's still coming, and I can't wait. We gotta wait, I guess. But Joe Hendry, love dude. They loved him. They want to see more of him. They will see what's next move gonna be. Like I say, he looked good in his matches. I'll give him that. Look good in his matches. You believe in Joe Hendry? If you believe in him, you'll see that him making a jump would be no problem at all. No problem at all whatsoever. But we gonna see what next thing gonna happen, Joe Hendry. Now I know that he's. I could even maybe he could even get maybe an NXT North American title. Don't be surprised if Joe Hendry gets a title around his waist, and I mean a NXT title. He may get the North American title around his waist. Maybe after Obafemi run is over, we're gonna have to see what happens next. But don't be surprised if we get that out of Joe Hendry. Don't be surprised if we get a title run or something, or him being a tag team champion. Who knows? But I would not be surprised if something go down with Joe Hendry in WWE. I won't be surprised he gets a belt. He's just hot with that song. Camille's in AEW. Yeah, I know. Boring. Megan Baines in AEW. I know. I haven't seen her wrestle though. Where's Amber Nova, Santana Garrett, all independents and rap? I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah, I've heard the names, but I don't know what's going on. But Joe Hendry, I do know they believe in him. He will get a contract signed soon. In a matter of time, when he gets signed to WWE, in a matter of time, he does more and more in the whole NXT brand. And that's another yeet, as far as I can see.
Yeet.
But other than that, though, guys, that's all I have with Joe Hendry. And that's for NXT Great American Bash Week 2. Every match on the show, bonus round. Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Do you see him making the jump to WWE soon? Do you believe in Joe Hendry coming to WWE soon? Greatly appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate your support. Soon to videos will pop up for Red Carpet Ring wrestling content. Guys, click those links below and check out the content. Let me know what you think in a live chat right now of Great American Bash and the videos. And, you know, and also what you think of the content below. Let's see. Gerard, you said Turnbuckle King shouldn't be happy because TNA are benefiting from his partner. I thought they would. That's what Triple H said at the press conference. But I know why he's saying it, because we don't see too many big WWE NXT stars over in TNA. Maybe they're cooking up something right now. Not sure when his contract's on expire. Maybe if it's not this year, 25 or 26. WWE Power Drive TNA's partnership. Now I heard AEW was screwing over TNA in the partnership. That's what Moose said. Which one is the worst partnership? TNA and WWE or TNA and AEW? I know they're doing more than AEW was doing. All AEW do is just let them grab their belts and put on their TV. We're not doing that with TNA and WWE. We just bring them over. But we'll see what happens next with the partnership. Hopefully something do change and do get better. Let's hope for the best. But you guys click those 2 links below, wrestling content. You guys already know what it is. It's OUNT.
Something happened this weekend, and I've been struggling with it since I retired, but this weekend gave me closure.
Wow.
It really did. Like, it was fun. Obviously it was fun. I mean, you can't, doing this for as long as I have and being involved.